January the 19th, and Coleman Pearce, and I'm delighted that he will be conducting the National Symphony Orchestra. They will put on a Horizons program with two new Corcoran works and Lutoslawski work in the middle. So we have a Corcoran, Lutoslawski, Corcoran sandwich. The first work, it's new, I'm calling it Four Orchestral Prayers. Now there's another title to it, Vier Orchesterlieder, but I think I'll stick to my original, Four Orchestral Prayers. The texts are mystic in some odd kind of way, whatever religious is, they are religious, for mezzo-soprano and full orchestra. And I'm delighted that we have Naomi O'Connell from New York singing these, premiering these four orchestral prayers. Then we have great Lutoslawski's great novelette, a work for big orchestra in the middle, and then the third and last work, which is the second Corcoran work, is my quasi una fuga for all the strings of the National Symphony Orchestra. Now that's not a premiere. Well, it is a premiere in this version for full orchestra. The Irish Chamber Orchestra did the world premiere 2007 with the 18 strings of the Irish Chamber Orchestra. So it's a very special program on January the 19th.
And your choice of Lutoslawski?
Choice of Lutoslawski, I've often put him in before in Corcoran sandwiches, orchestral sandwiches. I was lucky, I suppose, I must say, to have vaguely known two great giants of the 20th century, Lutoslawski and Ligeti, with whom I worked in Hamburg. And this Lutoslawski is a great, great painter of an orchestral canvas. And his work is magical, and it's great tonal architecture. Firstly, I'm a cultural realist. We have to see that the icy winds are blowing, the icy financial winds. But of course, before that, we had icy cultural winds blowing, in the sense that that the whole world can hear every kind of music in every darkest corner of every darkest continent, is a two-edged sword. It's great, but it also brings the ever-present danger of sonic pollution and of musical rubbish of every kind in every part of our planet. So yes, my answer is, it's great that in Ireland, and I've seen tough times, composers of my generation did, the early 70s, the desolation. It's great that things have happened so well in the last 35, 40 years. One of the very positive things was not that only that you have a new awareness here in Ireland for new music, but that you have a new awareness for music. It has taken a long time for the Celtic gene to accept, and I don't know why this is so, but it is true, to accept art music, to accept composed music, to accept not just improvised music, to accept Irish composers. Now, this is a complex, deeply complex cultural and historical phenomenon, but we do have an awareness now of art music. And part of that art music, of course, then, is contemporary Irish music. Music is the most immediate, in one sense, one of the most immediate of the arts. It gets in deepest and gets under your skin. On the other hand, to listen, concentrated to at least 1 minute of musical structure, any style, any period, doesn't matter, is not as easy as we think. So to learn to listen, not only to hear, but to listen, to think with the music, is difficult. It can be learned by everybody, and it's a wonderful enrichment. But it can be, it can go down under when we have a slushy slush approach to music as the great rubbish in the background. And that's what I'm afraid of in all of our continents. That there's billions and billions, of course, of euros and dollars behind this world industry, which is pumping out sonic rubbish. You press a button and you can get any kind of music from any kind of style, any kind of period, any kind of time. In 2010 we'll also have, I don't quite know when, later in the year, very exciting premiere of my RTE commission. It's a clarinet quintet for the Van Bruch Quartet, and solo clarinet has yet to be named. So that will be very interesting, and I'm excited about that. And then later in the year, a new choral work. I haven't written choral works now for a long time, for 8-voice choir, and the choir of the NDR, as they say, the North German radio orchestra and choir. The choir will do that work in the winter of 2010. Texts by Frank Corcoran, he said modestly. It's called 8 Irish Haikus for big choir, very big. And that'll be, I'd love an Irish premiere of that work too. We'll see what the future brings. So that's a good one. Also new work, white hot stuff, is Songs of Terror and Love for bass voice and the Pierrot Lunaire ensemble, the classical quintet. So we hope to have the New York premiere of that winter 2010. So it'll be a busy year for me.